Hello YouTube, Kyle Dallas Gamer here with another World of Tank video. But this time I'm gonna basically talk something different. Not the game itself, well, definitely the game itself, obviously the subject of this video will be war tanks, but what I'm focusing on is how not, I repeat, not to run your clan. And what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, World of Tanks, it's a huge game. Without a doubt, it's very popular. Matter of fact, I think it's one of the most popular wargaming games itself that ever published. It's way popular than War of Warship, way popular than War of Warplanes, and the other games that Wargaming.net created. So, without a doubt, World of Tanks is very popular. That being said, this game is also very sociable if you know where to look. The clan stuff, it makes the game very sociable and it makes the game very fun to play with. Me, I'm having a blast ever since I got into active clans. Just to show a screenshot, this was my original clan that I used to be in, and as you can see, it's basically dead. Let me show another screenshot. Majority of the clan members of that clan that I used to be in, they basically stopped playing. And when I was looking at my history of being part of a clan, it turns out I was in another clan, but I don't have a screenshot. But this clan that I used to be in, my very first clan, it got disbanded because it was very inactive. And the clan commander, he kind of gave up. And for those of you guys don't know, clan commanders are people who starts their own clan, and if they want to, they could transfer the ownership of the clan to somebody else. And there will always be one clan commander, nobody else, just one. So usually 90% of the time, clan commanders they're the creator of the clan. And if they want to, they could transfer that ownership to somebody else, which happens like 10% of the time, pretty rare. Me, I've done that. After getting kicked out of this clan called Lick Me All Over, let me show a screenshot here. I decided to create another clan and help out. Not help out. One of my buddy helped me out, growing the clan, and me. I kind of felt a weird sense of how do I say this? I didn't want to be a burden to him because he had amazing ideas, and I feel like those ideas he should do it himself. So when I was going on the trip that I won't be logging on to World Tanks for a while, in other words, being off the grid, I decided to transfer that ownership of the clan to him and, let him make his own clan. Ironically, though, he wasn't that active ever since because he was busy in real life and his clan is essentially a little dead. But me, I decided to make my own clan and keep it that way. Now, just to recap, my very first clan got disbanded because it was inactive. The second clan that I was in, once again, let me show the screenshot here. It was it eventually became inactive. At the very beginning, it was active, and I remember doing a couple of platoons here and there, and chatting with them through invoice chat in the game. But yeah, the clan eventually became inactive, and I decided to leave. My third clan, Lick Me All Over, that's the clan that I want to talk about in this video. Okay, this clan, at first it was amazing, great. The clan was super active, always online whenever I wanted to be online to play this game, and they're mostly active during nighttime, especially around 7 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, especially in that time. And they always do skirms, which is battles. I had a blast. I love it, and I did my part. I was respectful. I did my best to not offend anyone, even though we do dirty jokes here and there. And about a year later, things went to hell. And what went to hell? Supposedly, the clan commander, and I say the word supposedly with huge emphasis, he wanted to be more competitive, but in doing so, he started contradicting himself. What do I mean by that? Okay, so let's just say you want to have the community be more competitive, and whatever rules you establish, it has to be followed by everybody because again, it's his clan. I kid you not, guys. The clan commander he backpedaled on his own rules just to make himself look like a saint, if that makes any sense. And I think you guys will know where I'm getting at. I don't want to call names. I don't want to do name calling, but I'll say it like it is. The guy was a little bit a narcissist, and he started gaslighting the moment when things go wrong, even though it has nothing to do with him.
ABR is almost dead, boys.
So in my case, one time I was playing advances, and I kid you not, people were not pulling their own weight, and I've been noticing that. Now, in advances, for those of you guys ever play advances, you will know that advances gets very competitive very quick because people want to win, and more importantly, advances is very hardcore in terms of clan fights, especially with the strategies and all that stuff. When you do win in advances, it feels super rewarding. It makes the game 10 times more fun, and I'm loving it. I love advances. But at that time, when the drama was starting to boil up, I've been noticing how some of the clan members they did not want to pull their own weight. I brought it up to the clan commander, and instead of addressing the issue, I kid you not, he started gaslighting me and started bringing up a subject that was buried in the past.
950 on the
To show
spirit.
you some screenshot what I'm talking about, and here's some screenshot of the chat that I had between myself and him.
460.
He brought up an EBR issue that was long buried in the past. It was like over a month or half a month at least. And me, I was dumbfounded. Why on earth you bring up an issue that's no longer an issue? I do not understand why he brought it up. And me, I'm not gaslighting anyone. I'm just bringing up the subject that hey, I'm noticing people are not pulling their own weight.
We
It's not fun
push cat. Like
because me, I'm trying my hardest, but I'm not having fun when I'm doing that because to give you guys a scenario what happened,
the disco through.
I was playing with my EBR in advances, and I kid you not, I ended up getting 4 kills. I ended up getting very high points
56
in
on the
damage,
serve.
and of course, very high points in assistant damage for spawning for the team. And I kid you not, I got frustrated because we ended up losing.
Watch the back
Even,
chest, Cat.
despite
Watch the back
my
chest.
performance, we ended up
These
losing.
north ones, keep pushing over.
And there was a game where it happened again. I think it was eerily similar. Like I had 3 kills or 4 kills as an EBR player, and I did over 1500 damage around there.
Keep killing, keep killing.
But this time
185.
we
Kill the
won,
185.
and me, I
Kill the 185.
got upset because it was eerily similar to what happened last
Kill it,
time,
kill it,
and
stick him
I'm
on.
realizing this is becoming a trend where I'm
Kill him.
trying my hardest, but
What it is.
the rest of the team they're not pulling their own weight, and we barely won that battle. When I brought this subject up to the clan commander, instead of addressing the issue, he started gaslighting me, bringing up the subject of my whole EBR equipment. And me, I was dumbfounded. Why on earth you're bringing up the whole EBR equipment? I really do not understand why he did that. Because that's long buried in the past. We shook hands. We, you know, say, okay, let's move on, essentially. But he didn't move on. And as a result, the whole drama with the whole EBR thing, I eventually got kicked out. I got kicked out of clan. Here's a screenshot. And me, I was heartbroken. Why I was heartbroken is because I was very invested to the clan, and I had a lot of respect to the clan commander. So much so that I decided to donate some loot boxes to him. I donated like over 200 bucks so worth of loot boxes to him. And looking back at it, I freaking regret it. I regret it wholeheartedly, guys. I should not spend money on strangers. That was a big mistake on my part. But yeah, I was severely dumbfounded and I feel legit betrayed because, again, I do not understand why he brought up the whole EBR thing. That's long buried in the past. But what happened afterwards um, made me feel better because this is the part where now looking back at it, I'm kind of chuckling in evil laughter. Oh, ha, 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 because I I honestly, okay, first of all, guys, I'm a strong believer in karma. If you do bad things will happen to you. And what happened next baffled me, but at the same time gave me a wicked smile because, in my opinion, the clan commander he deserved it for being literally stupid, just plain stupid. Okay, so like I said in earlier, the clan commander he kind of expected everyone to be quote unquote competitive, but some people in the clan they're not pulling their own weight, and I'm sort of noticing now that the more I think about it, the clan commander himself he doesn't pull his own weight either. So yeah, you could, I think you could understand where I'm going with this. What happened next baffled me. What happened after I got kicked out? Within a week, not even a month, within a week, people started bringing up some competitive issues with the clan, and eventually the clan commander he started kicking out a few people, but that pisses off the rest of the clan who wanted to play this game competitively. And as a result, and I'm showing this screenshot here, I kid you not, more than 6 people voluntarily left the clan after the clan commander decided to kick a few people out who were bringing up issues that were valid issues that, like, hey, this is a team game. We kind of want the team to, or should I say the clan, kind of want the clan to pull their own weight. But for some reason, instead of addressing the issue, the clan commander lost his shit and started kicking people out. And look what happened. Oh man. And as a result, more than 6 people left the clan. Guys, I'm gonna end it here because I feel like I'm going a little bit overboard, but I'll make a part 2 video of how not to run your clan. But what happened afterwards is kind of funny because the 6 people that left the clan, they made their own clan, and I kid you not, they're far, far superior than his clan. All thanks to his stupidity. I'll make a follow up story about this in the next video. Dallas Gamer, over and out.